Hi, this is Stephanie Miller from The Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from my show on Political Voices Network.
You know what would be awesome
Yeah. What?
is after what Trump said yesterday about elections needing to be just one day, if it was over by 11 p.m.
Yeah. Yeah.
As soon as the polls close in California, we're done.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
we're done.
Well, first of all, let me point out I was already in my pants, and then your piece that you wrote made me my pants all over again. This is
Good.
seriously
It's
the
really
most
my
terrifying
purpose.
piece you've ever written. Donald Trump will want to kill us if he's elected, and he can do it. That is, you went very dark,
I
but it's true. If you want to have the bejesus scared out of you, read Pundit's piece.
Yeah.
But there is no. I mean, someone else. It's not, as you said, there is no hyperbole too hyperbolic for this moment. Dr. Jack Brown tweeted, "We all need to be in this fight. We're balancing on a knife's edge in a very real sense. It's August 1939, and we're in Germany. Our actions and inactions will decide the fate of millions. We must not sit on the sidelines and say in polite voices, 'I don't get involved in politics.'"
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, well, and all those people that are saying, "Well, he's not Hitler, he's not Hitler," and it's like Hitler didn't start with the Holocaust.
Yeah.
There was a whole lot of stuff before that
Right.
that
Yeah.
got him to that point.
He had a practice run, went to jail, got out.
Yeah,
Right.
and was elected.
Yes. Yeah.
And it just is the possibilities are endless for what he can do, how he can F us again and again and again because of the Supreme Court decision and because that we have a GOP that will roll over for him every single time.
That's what's terrifying. And there's a piece out today about how it's easier this time for Russia to interfere, which they are actively doing because we have so many willing traitors here on the right. It's because they're taking ridiculous lies that Russia tried, and then they're re-amplifying them to their millions of followers. The Haitians eating pets, and what's the fake Russian video of Dominicans?
the Haitians
the
that are
Haitians saying they're
voting?
voting 11 billion times or blah blah blah. All this stuff that's just complete nonsense.
Yeah, that the FBI had to put out something about it, and I'm sure they don't trust the FBI on this.
No.
I think one of the things that's happened is that the MAGA hordes have evolved from they're not interfering to we don't care if they're interfering if it means that Trump wins.
Yeah, exactly.
I think they don't care how Trump wins as long as Trump wins because he has so terrified them. And so I just wanted to terrify us a little.
Yeah, thank you for that. I appreciate
You're
it. My
the
stomach,
best.
my stomach needed that. You said, you tweeted the plan is to make people suffer so they'll willingly allow moron Trump and freak Elon to rule their lives while weirdo Vance sit in the corner. It's hard to remember this election cycle that people were actually walking around with what they said were little cups of J.D. Vance, his man batter. That
Yeah.
actually happened. That's a thing that happened.
I mean, think about this. Think about what these idiots did. They walked around with things like that. They wore diapers when people were pointing out that Trump was probably wearing a diaper. They put Kotex pads on their ears, and now they're
And then
walking
they
around in
dressed as garbage.
bags. What the F is wrong with you? Have you no self-respect at all?
And by the way, like that ridiculous McDonald's stunt, can I just say, have you seen the picture has come out of Kamala Harris in the uniform back when she was in? It's like you don't see that anywhere in the mainstream media. That
I think that
obviously,
there's a question of whether or not that's real. I think that actually
I'm not sure
Yeah.
that's real.
okay,
there is some question.
all
like
right.
that.
You remind us, who never has to say I'm not a Nazi? People who don't do Nazi. There's that.
Yeah.
He's already
Yeah.
preemptively blaming the Jews for losing.
Yeah, well, we're used to it. At this point, and everything he says at the rally, all the dark stuff. I mean, the way that he is preemptively, saying that the election has already been stolen before election day. And it's teeing it all up.
I mean,
he's already declared himself the winner.
Yeah.
He has declared himself
He's already
the winner.
done it, yeah. And watch him. I mean, the SNL bit was funny because he's exhausted, and you use the clips we played. So low energy,
Oh, yeah.
so like he's just slurring, stumbling. Like I think he knows he's going to lose, and it's just. But this is how it's going to get. How we knew, right? Darker, more violent. Now he's saying it's fine if the press gets shot. I mean, I don't know how much more they need to stop what the both sides do it.
He was too tired to even finish the microphone fellatio. Because if you'll notice,
Oh my
when
God,
he
that
started,
thing.
he went vigorously. He went for a moment, then he was tired and just slapped it out of the way, like
he would do.
like he would do.
I said that. I said Saturday night that Martin Sheen asked me in honor of his Catholic faith to keep it a little cleaner Saturday night. I'm like, Donald Trump just acted like he was holding a microphone and giving it a hand. Uncle Martin, what am
Well, I mean, what he was doing was he was giving it some help to become more erect.
Right.
That way, the microphone was ready for his mouth, and then
okay. Wow.
and that's what he sounded like.
Yeah, as I said Saturday, I'm with Arnold Palmer's. Okay, so listen.
He was getting ready for his yearly meeting with Vlad.
That's what I said. He was thinking back to his first date with Vlad.
Yeah.
Young love.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then his I'm gonna protect women whether they like it or not. And you said Trump campaign worker sadly walks over to the days without saying something rapey sign and flips it back to 0.
It never goes past 1, and usually that's just a charity one.
Did you?
I guess he kinda didn't say.
My
anything
people
racist.
told me I shouldn't say that, but then it just doubles down, right? I mean,
Yeah.
did you hear? I mean, the story. There's nothing you would put past him. The story came out. Did you see over the weekend that he wanted to give Biden's nickname retarded, Joe Biden?
Yeah.
He said he's a retard, and his people are like, oh. I'm like, and he's called Kamala Harris retarded behind closed doors. I mean, we still got a day. We've got 24 hours left.
And it's not even a good name. That's the other thing. Is
right.
It's not even
There's
a
no
good
alliteration
name.
or anything.
Yeah, it's just there's a word for that name, and that I'm not going to use, and a word for the person that would actually come up with that.
Oh, God.
But it's ridiculous. And you know what? I just love that the garbage truck thing has gone completely wrong, because unfortunately everybody is not constantly watching every second of election coverage. And a lot of Puerto Ricans think he was doing it to make fun of them.
Right. And also, that was a great joke on SNL. When Kamala, the Kamala character says, I can do something my opponent can't, open a door.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. But listen to us. Listen. You know what's funny is listen to us. We should be here, kicking back, going, "Oh man, it looks so good. Things are, the possibilities." But we have such 2016 PTSD.
Thank you. No, you said that. I did. I printed that tweet of yours too.
Yeah.
Thank you. You said feeling optimistic about Harris winning is nice, but I'm trying not to let myself get optimistic about an overwhelming Harris win, even if the signs are pointing that way. We've all got lingering 2016 PTSD. I've heard so many women say that too. That were.
Yeah.
What did Adam Schiff say Saturday night? He's nauseously optimistic.
Yeah. Yes.
Because we're all just like, oh God. Yeah.
Yeah. Because we went into election night 2016 and we're like, we got this first woman president. Oh man.
Yeah.
Go America.
Yeah.
And just watched it crumble away.
By the way, thank you for this. You said, considering what conservative men are saying about voting in their households, I'm thinking local social services should probably go check on how their wives are doing. I mean, the right-wing freakout over women not telling their husband they voted for Kamala Harris has been, I mean, oh my God, right? From Charlie Kirk to everybody whining, Jesse Waters. But it really, it is creepy in 2024 that, this reinforcing that women should be terrified of their husbands.
And a lot of them probably should be, and that's the shame of it. I worry, with these things about secretly voting, that a lot of men are going to take their wives' ballots, mail-in ballots, and fill them in.
Yeah.
And there are some states where a voter can go to the actual election office and say, "Trash that! I'll do a ballot early vote now or a provisional ballot now." They can do that privately. They can, but it's
Yeah.
a kind of it's another kind of abuse and
Yeah.
and illegal. I mean, you could have your husband arrested for doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Should you wish to have your husband arrested? I'm
Yeah.
not saying
Yeah,
to have
ladies,
your
I'm just
husband
saying,
arrested.
like January 6th, all the women that turned in the guys that
Yeah, or
husbands,
children that
boyfriends,
turned in
people
their
they met
parents.
on a dating app. They were like, yeah.
Yeah.
You also threaded, I want George W. Bush to stay out of this election. That guy. Is it because Dick Cheney's already in, so we already have one more criminal, so we're all full? Is that?
Yeah, no, and F. Dick Cheney and my opinion of Liz Cheney has always been that, and like I get it. She's peeling off Republican voters. There's a lot of those. We talked about that last week, but that still doesn't make make it feel good.
Yeah.
Have we seen any research as to how many Republican voters she's actually peeling off?
Well, I mean, I know I've seen a lot of breakdowns of stuff. There, hang on, hold
I
please.
heard
Talk,
10 to
talk amongst
15%.
yourselves. Yes.
Okay.
That
All right.
obviously when they're polling. Polling is like, who knows, right?
Exactly.
I heard Matthew Dowd yesterday, and I agree with him. He said, I think a lot of pollsters and pundits are going to have egg on their face. He said, I don't think this is going to be close at all, which is what I've
That's
been
what
saying.
the Iowa poll.
This
Yeah,
one,
that's
Tristan Snell said MAGA's yapping about early turnout numbers are forgetting one big thing. Anywhere from 13 to 20% of those Republican registered voters are voting for Kamala Harris.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. And the gender gap, and with all of that happening, and the fact that in Iowa it's and Kansas, it's older white women that are actually and older men and senior citizens who are finally going, oh right, that's right, we did believe in the Constitution.
yeah. I mean,
So that's where the white women at.
that's where the white women at. Yeah, David Hogg said, I said this last week, I'm going to say it again, she's going to win, and the reason is because we are massively underestimating female turnout for Harris and overestimating male turnout for Trump. Hate to say it, guys, but count on a woman if you want to get something done. I mean, a lot of these young male voters are the lowest propensity voters. They they like they like to talk big, and then they don't do like most bullies, right?
Right. They're too drunk and from their MAGA parties the night before election, and it'll be one of those things where they wake up and forget to vote and think they can go vote on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I wonder how many.
And that's
people
true, young Trump voters. You can vote on Wednesday. Okay.
No,
I'm
don't
kidding.
spread.
No,
Stay honest.
I was going to say, I think I said Saturday night, I think we're just ready to be done with this era. This one, a simulated lynching of Kamala Harris in a Mount Pleasant, Pennsylvania annual Halloween parade. I mean, there was another one where the character, she was being dragged behind a car by chains.
Right.
I was saying Saturday night, are we done? Have we hit the height of the misogyny and the racism? Are we done with this dark era in our history? I hope so.
Well, that's the thing that's why I wrote the piece I wrote, because what's the next step if they win? And that is to enact all of this, and that is to make all of their violent dreams come true. And we need to do. That's one of the things your vote is doing. Your vote is stopping the country from going down that dark path.
Yeah.
And whatever qualms I have about Harris, and I do.
Yep.
Well, you can shut your pie hole about them right now.
Well,
but thanks
no.
for-
I'm saying
mentioning it.
there is nothing more important to this country than making sure that Trump doesn't get into office, and there is only one way to do it, and that's to vote for Harris.
Yes.
And
I have
it's
not
also
one. I have
important
not
because-
one qualm. I have nothing but joy, and I'm going to. I'm on my way to
if she
Camelot,
wins,
and there's nothing you can do about it.
if she wins, I mean, let me say, when she wins,
Yeah.
I'm going to be insufferable about a few things. So.
Okay, good. Well, I will look forward to that. In the meantime, you can take your qualms on behalf of America and shove them up your ass. Thanks so much for coming.
That was rude.
So wait, a butt
He's a rude
plug
pundit.
of qualms. a qualm-shaped butt plug. That's what you're
Yes.
telling me to make.
Yes.
Love you, Rude. Oh, hi. This message comes from our sponsor, Freedom From Religion Foundation. Freedom From Religion. Did you know that almost 1/3 of Americans have no religion? At least 34% of Gen Z are religiously unaffiliated. I'm in the largest religious group, not ex-Catholics. 2024, not just another election. You know that already. 2024 is a critical movement. Decisions made by elected officials will impact policies concerning health, privacy, and personal freedoms. Free Speech TV and the Freedom From Religion Foundation share a commitment to defending freedom of expression and the importance of critical thinking. That's why we're grateful for support from the Freedom From Religion Foundation, who works to empower people with the knowledge and tools to engage in civic life and protect their rights. Free Speech TV and the Freedom From Religion Foundation share a commitment to defending freedom of expression and the importance of critical thinking. We're grateful for the support from the Freedom From Religion Foundation that works to empower people with the knowledge and tools to engage in civic life. Protect your rights. Only you can do it. For more information on the work of the Freedom From Religion Foundation and their efforts to safeguard the separation of church and state, visit ffrf.org/Miller. That is ffrf.org/Miller. Your vote is your power. Don't sit this one out.